Welcome to Lundy Boy TV Pick 6 Challenge, Week 6 edition. We want to know who y'all got winning this weekend. For our 3-point games this week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, who is 2-3, is flying into Cali to take on Stanford, who's 2-2. Our second game, the UCF Knights, coming off a disappointing loss to the Buffs, take the 2-hour trip up north to the Swamp and will play the Florida Gators, who's 2-2. Our third game, the Boston College Eagles, who's 4-1, visit the Virginia Cavaliers, who's 3-1 in an ACC battle. Next, West Virginia, who's 2-2, take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who is 3-2. The next 3-point game is the number 16 team in the land, Iowa State, who's undefeated at 4-0 and will be playing at the crib, welcoming the Baylor Bears, who's 2-3. And in our last 3-point game, we got Syracuse, who's 3-1, going into Sin City to take on the number 25 UNLV, who is undefeated. For our 4-point games, we got SMU, who's 4-1, traveling to number 22 Louisville, who's 3-1. Our second 4-point game, Appalachian State, out of Boone, North Carolina, goes into Marshall to take on the Thundering Herd. Both teams are 2-2. Now, for our 5-point games, Rutgers, 4-0, undefeated record, goes into Nebraska. Dylan Raiola and the crew, who's 4-1, will try to hand the Scarlet Knights their first L of the season. In our second 5-point game, the Duke Blue Devils, yes, those Duke Blue Devils are undefeated, and we're not talking about basketball. They fly into hot Atlanta to battle the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, who's 3-2. And now, for our 6-point games, number 25 Texas A&M Aggies, who is 4-1, will be at the crib and welcome the number 9 Missouri Tigers, whose record is unblemished at 4-0. This will be a top SEC matchup this weekend. And in our last game, the number 12 Ole Miss Rebels in Lane Kiffin, coming off a disappointing loss to Kentucky last week, now 4-1, looks to go into Columbia, South Carolina, and take on Lenora Sellers and the Gamecocks, who are 3-1, after losing to LSU in a thriller in their last home game. Both teams are looking to bounce back and cement themselves as serious contenders for the SEC crown. Now, you got 12 games, but I bet you can't pick 6 and go 6 for 6.